the beginning, or this is the determinant of our size of our power, of our battery size. This is the power required. So I will advise you to go to lithium. Disadvantage. Welcome to this video. My name is Kaprema. Thank you for joining this video or clicking this video. Please subscribe to this video to know more about solar system. So last time, or the video before this, we talked about solar panels or the solar system in general. We said we require the solar panels, the batteries, or the solar batteries. This is where we store our energy. Then we have the inverter, which will convert our energy to AC, which we use in our homes. So in this video, we are going to talk about batteries. We have three types of batteries. We have the lead acid batteries or the flooded batteries. We have the lithium batteries, like what we have here. We also have the sodium batteries, sodium ion, the sodium batteries, which are now being produced for vehicles or the electric vehicles. But most common are the lead acid battery or the flooded battery and the lithium ion phosphate batteries or the LiPo. So this is an example of a LiPo. This is a 24 volts battery, two of them, and each one has 2.5 kilowatt capacity. So two of them make 5 kilowatts hour battery. So we have said we have the three types. The most advantageous, or the most which will give you a lot of benefits, a lot of advantage, is the lithium battery, which is here. The lead acid battery produces hydrogen. Also, it requires a lot of maintenance for you to survive with the lead acid, because of, the terminals. It's like the vehicle battery. The terminals have to be cleaned every 1 month or 3 weeks. But the lithium, after you store it, you just have to dust it. It does not require any maintenance. So we are going to talk more about how to know how to calculate the capacity according to your system, the capacity of this battery required. About batteries, there are some batteries. If most of the batteries, if you see a 24 volts battery, we say there are, let me say there are three, most common three. There is 12 volts battery, there is 24 volts battery, and the 48 volts battery. For smaller system, you can use the 12, but anything above or 12 or 24. For small system, use 24. This determines the cable size from the battery to the inverter. If you use a small voltage system or battery, you require very large cable size, and cable is copper. Copper is very expensive. So for a large system above 3000, use 48 volt system or battery. This will have your cables not very big or very thick. That is 35 mm, 50 mm. But if you use a 24, you require 70. For 8000 or 8 kilowatt system and use a 24, that will be 8000 divided by 24. Imagine 8000 divided by 24, you see the amount. So the amount of current you have to carry in that cable. So the cable will be 70 or 100 mm, which is very expensive. So for battery system, if your load is high, above 3000, use 48 volts. If it's 3000 and below, use 24 system. 12 volts system, don't use those ones. You save in the inverter size and the battery size, but it will cost you how to secure the system, and the cable size you are going to purchase. Copper is very expensive. Also, working with very big cables is cumbersome. So please, or I advise you, if your system which is above 3000 watts or 3000 kilovolt amperes, please use, or 3 kilovolts amperes, please use 48 volts. Above, use 48 volts battery system. Below, you can use the 24. Thank you very much, and I hope I am helping somebody who is starting a solar system to determine. The first video we did about please go to my YouTube channel Kafrema, search for how to determine the solar panels number, how to determine the number of panels to use in your system, and also this one, how to determine the size of battery capacity you need for your system. Thank you very much, and let's continue to ask questions in the comment section. Behind me, this is a system. These are solar batteries, 2.5 kilowatt each, so a total into 5 kilowatt hour battery. These are Amizar. These are Amizar company batteries. Each is 2.5 lithium. These are lithium batteries, 2.5, charging right now. And also this one, charging with the 22.56, and this one, this is about to be full. Charging this connection for the battery to the inverter. You see, this one is charging, also shown by the blinking LEDs. There are some deep switches. This is number 2, and this one is number 1. Also there is the connection, and this is the cable track. We are going to discuss more about how to determine how much battery capacity do you require. If you watch the video before this one, where we calculated, or we said the first thing to consider when you are starting or determining your solar system is to start with the power budget. In that power budget, which is this, in this power budget, we saw that this was the amount of power we require for each item per day, and we added it up to 21,263 watt hours. This one is the beginning, or this is the determinant of our size of our power, of our battery size. This is the power required to survive or to use in a whole day. And this, if there is no sun for one day, this is what we will use. We call them autonomous day. If there is rain for how many days, according to your area weather, how many days can you stay without sunlight, or without intense sun to charge your battery? This one determines. So we are going to take this power for one day times we call them autonomous days. How many days can your battery bank support you and all your equipment? If you are in Africa, we don't get that severe winter, but if you are in Europe, you require sometimes there is winter and you can stay for 2 to 3 days without proper sunshine. But in Africa, especially here in Kenya, it's very hard. Even if it is rainy, there is some light. You can make a little amount of power. So how many days can you survive your battery bank power? So you take this power times the number of autonomous days. If you just require 1 day, this one can get you to a whole day to the next day without any sun, or a whole day. You just take this 21,263. And remember, in battery you cannot use the whole of your battery. You can only use for lead acid, for lead acid batteries or flooded batteries, you can only use 50% of the power. But for lithium, you can use up to 80%. This one is called the depth of discharge. This is what we call depth of discharge. So for our power requirement here of 21,263 watt hour, we require a battery. Even if we discharge it, taking that we want a lithium, 80% is equals to this number. So if let's take this one to be 2200, for easier calculation take to be 22,000 watts. So if 80% is equals to 22,000, what is 1% is equals to, that is 22,000 divided by 8. You divide both sides by 8. So if you want 100% of this one, it will be 22,000 divided by 80 times 100 to get which one you require. By 24 by 25 by 22 by 2 11 1 2 3. So this one will be equal to, this is 55,000 divided by 2, which is 212, that is 27500, that is 27,500 watt hour. This is the battery. This is the battery you require for your system, you see. But now 27, you cannot get a battery of 27, exactly 27. The most common one is 2500 watt hour, or it's also called 25 kilowatt hour. This one you can get, or you can get the 5 kilowatt hour. You connect them in parallel, 5 of them, 5 units, or you can also get the 10 kilowatt hour. Then you connect how many? 3 units, and you get that. This all is available in the market. So we have seen we require 21 every day. You can go either to the higher the better. You can also go, this for 1 day, so this one will take you 1 day and something, and this one will take you just 1 day. So this is how we determine the amount of battery we require. So you are going to determine, the most important to know is that you cannot discharge your battery to 100%. There is depth of discharge. This DOD means depth of discharge. Depth of discharge. This is what you is going to is very good to consider depth of discharge in determining your battery. Have we got that? This is very important. You have seen there is advantage of lead acid. Lead acid is cheap, but for you each lead acid you have the 300 amperes, but most of them are 12 volts. Each battery will have 3600. So if your system is 24 volts, you require 2 of them. So you have another one. So you have 2 of them. So times 2 will be 6. So 2 of them in series to get, no, it's 7200 watt hour. These are 2 of them in series. Then 2 of them again. You see, lead acid has a disadvantage. You cannot get a 20. It's very high to get a 24 volts system. 24 volts battery. Very hard to get this in lead acid. So lead acid, and also another disadvantage of lead acid, it degrades 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years, you'll have to buy another one. But for lithium, but cheap. This one lead acid is cheap. This is cheap. Advantage, it is cheap. Disadvantages, take less time and it is over. Also, to get a 24 volt is very hard. And also it produces gas, the hydrogen. Remember, it produces hydrogen when it is working, so it cannot be stored in a closed area. Lithium advantages is that it takes 16 years to degrade. For you to change it will take about 16 years. So it is long lasting. Also, it is very clean. It does not produce any, very clean. Less maintenance. It requires very less maintenance. These are the advantages of lithium. So I will advise you to go to lithium. Disadvantage is that it is expensive. But it is better expensive, and you'll never go back there again. So when you are choosing battery, go for lithium. You see, this video is about battery. So go for lithium. We have seen how do you determine. We said do a power budget. Know how much. You can watch the previous video how we came out with this budget, or you can take a screenshot of this and then take all the equipment you have in your house, how many, and the ratings. I have shown you in a previous video how to check this wattage on each equipment. Even a charger, a phone charger, has this, everything written W at the back as input. That is the rating of that equipment or appliance. Then times the you get this. This is total power. Then this one will be important in the next stage, which is the inverter. We are going to do a video about inverter. Then you will times by the number of hours you are going to use that appliance in a day, in 24 hours, within the 24 hours. Then add that total will give you the power requirement of your house per day. If everything is on, this we are taking in the maximum. If you are using maximum your system, maximum, everything is on for the whole day. We want you to be comfortable because you are using a lot of money, so be comfortable. So take everything, even if everything that uses power in your home, you have to account it. then we said the battery cannot be discharged to 0. So there is depth of discharge. For lead acid, if we have the like this one, lead acid 300 amperage of a battery times the 12, 360 watts. These are watts. You can only use half of this. You can only use half of this. So 1800 is the only the usable. If you connect the two of them, so times 2, 7200. That is 3600 is the only the usable power. Remember, we said you have to consider the depth of discharge. Very important. Consider your depth of discharge. Also, we have said that to determine the battery you are going to use, you can start small and then add as we progress. Just to know the minimum you require is this times the depth of discharge. This is what we calculated. We saw 27. But here we have said that 25, it's not bad to start with, because it's not every day you pump water, it's not every day you will iron your clothes, and also it's very unlikely that you will put on all your bulbs at the same time, so it might be less. So 25 kilowatt for this budget here is not bad, but you can add as we go on. But the correct is 27,500. This is the correct with the calculation. Okay, I know we have understood each other. And we said there is two types of batteries. There is lead acid and the lithium. Also we have the sodium, but the sodium is not yet very common. I hope this is the year 2026. Maybe as the year progresses, we have seen it being produced for EVs, that is electric vehicles. I hope it will be available very soon to our for solar. But for now, we have lithium as the best option. Okay, now we have seen how to calculate the solar panels. We have seen how to calculate the battery requirement. Next, we are going to see how to calculate the inverter in the next video. Thank you very much, and please subscribe to this panel. My name is Kafrema. Go search there, Kafrema, or the name here. And thank you very much, and continue subscribing, and I'll give you more knowledge. We said let's help each other. For DIY lovers, I'm also a DIY. I like doing things with my hands. I'm handy. So thank you very much. Subscribe to this channel. Please share, like this video for it to reach more people. This is knowledge that our children can gain from us, and everyone anywhere who has some data bundles or internet can acquire this knowledge and use it. Please like the video so that you can reach more people. The thing you see here, these are bus bars. We'll come to learn about this in connection or the wiring. Bus bar is very important. All the batteries are joined there, and then from there it is joined to the inverter. So next video we are going to talk about the inverter and how to size your inverter. Thank you very much, and see you in the next.